Hi, Clark F. Harvey, the BBQ Mortgage Guy, owner of First Rate Mortgage. I've been serving clients for over 22 years in both residential and commercial lending. And I want to address today a topic that is often overlooked in our industry. The topic is it does matter who you pick as your lending team, as your loan officer, and as your lender. Why am I going to talk about that? Well, oftentimes the consumer, they see an interest rate, an APR, they see the costs, which all is an important part of the deal, but they often overlook the person doing the loan just because they make them feel good, they're a buddy or whatever, which is fine. But one thing they don't ever look at is look at their history. How long have they been in the business? Do they have good reviews? What do you look at, when you select a lender? When I look at a vehicle, now if I'm buying like a Chevrolet particular car or Ford, and I look at another dealership and they have the same exact car and they have different price, that's one thing. But when you're doing a loan, someone's serving you and meeting your needs, and probably the largest financial transaction in your life, in buying a home, $400,000 or $500,000, $700,000, $1.5 million, whatever it is, home, that's a big financial transaction. So you want to hire competent people. Well, it's not just about the rate and the fees. Why don't you take a look and see who these people are? One way to do that is go to the NMLS consumeraccess.org, and you could look at any lender in the country, licensed or unlicensed, because if they work for a bank, they don't have to be licensed, but they have to be registered with the National Mortgage Licensing System. If you don't work for a bank, you work for a non-bank entity, then you have to have a license, and you also have to pass a test. So I'm always open to have people Google my name. Feel free to Google my name, look at my reviews, look at my history, my work history, talk to other agents, because it's a lot more than just a vehicle, buying a vehicle. That's dollar for dollar. Now, maybe they have a better service package and so forth of that dealership, and that works better for you, which is fine. But if you're looking just price, it's the same exact vehicle. Nothing's different. It's made by Ford, made by Chevy, made by BMW, whatever. What about getting a tattoo? Going to a tattoo artist. If having the right one makes a difference. Their quality of art, knowing how to spell, I think would be important. In fact, there's a picture that talks about and shows somebody that has no regrets, tattooed on their body permanently. Now, I know they can remove them these days, but it does matter who you pick, your tattoo artist, your loan officer. Now, that's kind of a long stretch between those two, but both are a service. You want to have somebody who's competent, who understands the market. It's a lot more than just, we're going to lock you in at this rate and get it done. There's a lot happening behind the scenes that the consumer is not aware of. It's kind of like a duck on top of water. It looks calm as could be, but underwater, that duck is paddling like crazy. It's kind of like the tip of the iceberg. You see just the small tip outside the water. Underneath, there's a lot of things happening, a lot of moving parts in getting a loan done, from processing the loan to underwriting, to the title company, to the appraiser, to the home inspector, to the insurance company, to the closer, to the assistant, to all those moving pieces, to the realtors. They all play a vital role, and having the right team is very important. So when you're out shopping for a mortgage, consider this. Consider looking up the history of that loan officer, the work history. Were they waiting tables 2 years ago? They just got into doing loans, which is fine. It's not going to compare to somebody who's had 25 years experience. You can't teach that. That's something that is earned over time. And it's something that is very valuable asset in helping coaching a client to the right mortgage product. How long are you going to live there? So all these things are important. How much money do you have? Okay, let's make that loan specific to your needs. Let's, customize that loan. Do we want to do it, whether it's a refinance or a purchase? It does matter. For example, when a client says to me, let's get this going. I'm already got all the financials. I've looked at everything, the credit report. I've looked at all the stuff that I need to review to make sure we can get that person pre-approved or refinance, make sure it's the numbers that they want to see. And if we can make that happen, we do. And if it's not something we can make happen, we let them know this is not something that's possible. But we will have that conversation and go over in detail. So if you're comparing lender to lender just by rate and fees, you're missing out on a big picture item, the individual doing the loan. Now, oftentimes builders have their preferred lenders, realtors have their preferred lenders, which is fine. They have a relationship. I understand that. However, it doesn't mean they have the right person. You still need to look them up. Just because they're your buddy, look them up. I tell people, Google me, check out my reviews. We know we're not perfect, but one thing I will say is that we work hard for people and we do care. It's a pretty simple business if you break it down like this. I want every client of mine so happy at the closing table that they come back to me for any loan that they have the rest of their life and refer their family and friends. That's a big deal. That's important to me. And it should be important to you as well in selecting the right lender. So that is our topic today. I hope that makes sense. You guys have an amazing day and have a blessed day. And don't forget to like and subscribe on our channel.
You've been listening to Clark Harvey, the BBQ Mortgage Guy. Clark is a licensed mortgage loan originator, NMLS number 240452, and his company, First Rate Mortgage, NMLS number 1172332. You can get a hold of Clark at area code 801-562-9100 or at his website at www.thebbqmortgageguy.com.